Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new chapter of Nanatsu no Taizai, or you could call it the 7 Deadly Sins, on chapter 283, Craving for Survival. Now, this chapter right here was actually pretty cool. We get to see something new from a certain character that we haven't seen for a while now, especially our other buddies. So if anything else, let's go. Back in the Purgatory, Bon, Wild, and Meliodas are getting their butts handed to the Demon King. Of course, Meliodas is annoyed to the fact that they can't really do anything to the Demon King right now, and of course the fights they had is 6,093, and the losses accumulated to the same number. And we see to it that Meliodas does not want to go back to the other side, and Wild's like, are you crazy right now, dude? I won't give up until I see my younger brother. And of course, Meliodas is like, yeah, but Elizabeth has a curse and she will die in front of me. If I never come back, she may be surviving. But Bond tells Meliodas that Elizabeth's curse is already activated, and do you think she will agree to that? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna get you out of here, and we will save your loved one. I revive Elaine, you dispel the princess's curse. Simple as that. And we see to it that Meliodas regains his composure and says, yeah, all the sins were caused by me and Elizabeth, so that's the reason why Hawk is fighting for his life. And we see to it that Meliodas, Bond, and Wild goes against the Demon King once more. Bond tries to steal his strength, but gets the opposite done to him instead. And we see to it that Wild tries to attack the Demon King, but to no avail, it doesn't work. The Demon King launches an attack on Meliodas, and he tries to use revenge counter Meliodas, the emotions one, but it does not do any good. And we see to it that he even taunts Meliodas by saying, your technique is just a fake, less powerful copy of Chandler's. Without using your original magic power, you don't stand a chance against me. And we see to it that Meliodas wakes up from the hit that the Demon King landed a hit on, and we see to it that Wild ends up having a major wound, and we see to it that Meliodas wants to see that wound due to the fact that he got hurt. And we see to it that Bond decides to take a look at Wild's wound real quick, and all of a sudden he managed to heal it. But actually it was actually a little bit different, and it's thanks to people pointing this out for me. It's like instead of healing people, Bond has been learning how to steal power lately throughout the 60 years that they've been fighting the Demon King. But during the time he learned to take sensations from people instead. So what he took from Wild was his injury, etc. But thanks to Bond's immortality, it actually works out. So thank goodness for that, it's helping Bond out. Or it can help a lot of people out. Due to the fact that since Bond is immortal, he takes away your sensations or takes away your wounds and he adds it to his own, it's not going to affect him that much. Because, he's immortal. Bond the Undead. And we see to it that Bond asks Meliodas a question about his full counter or something, And of course, Meliodas just taunts him by saying, you worried about me or something? He goes like, what the hell did you just say? And we see to it that they try to figure out the next plan of action to take on the Demon King, And we see to it that, every time I try to snatch his power, it will only fortify him instead of weakening him. If we use full counter, he rebounds all that magic, etc. back to you all of a sudden. And Meliodas goes like, obviously that doesn't apply to the things that he cannot rule. And therefore Meliodas thinks of a plan. So they go against the Demon King once more, and Bond, instead of stealing, he gave his strength to the Demon King. And this is where the Demon King falls down on his knees. And this is where I got confused, but I think I seem to get the idea. And we see to it that that Meliodas tells the Demon King this. The true magic of your ruler is something different. It's actually inversion. You convert all the attacks and weaknesses you receive into healing and fortification. And therefore, the Demon King compliments them for figuring it out, and it'll be less boring now. And we see to it that Meliodas, Wild, and Bond gets ready for another round, and the next chapter is called gate to hope. So it looks like to me Bond, Meliodas, and Wild might get out of there, and Wild might meet Hawk. And if they actually show up in front of King, Hawk, and Elizabeth, man, I'm gonna be freaking screaming in joy. So yeah. Anyways, this chapter right here was actually pretty nice, awesome. I mean, like they finally figured out the Demon King's true magic, and Bond, he is able to take injuries or just take away sensations of pain and takes it inside himself. And since he's immortal, it actually works out. So if I were in pain and I'm hurt, he could just take that away and put it into his own, and wow. Immortal Bond taking injuries or taking sensations or something whatsoever. But, you know, the Demon King's magic, you know, when it came to Bond trying to steal something from the Demon King, it doesn't work. But when he gives something to the Demon King, it actually weakened him. So, looks like to me this is going to be pretty fun, because it looks like to me the Demon King's magic seems to have a major loophole if you look at it. Instead of like, after Bond gives his energy or his strength to the Demon King, it actually weakened him. So it looks like to me this is a good chance to actually possibly push the Demon King aside, but not defeat him, because that is a totally different story. Maybe weaken him to a point that he may not be able to catch him, but that's about it, you know. So yeah, anyways, aside from that, this chapter is pretty cool. Simple summary or recap without a lot of detail. Bond, Wild, and Meliodas fought the Demon King for 60 years and lost 6,093 times. But eventually, after fighting him again and looking into things carefully, Bond giving strength to the Demon King weakened him. So, looks like to me I seem to get the idea about the Demon King's magic power. Every time Bond steals strength from him, it will end up fortifying the Demon King himself. But when giving his own strength to him, it will weaken him. So I seem to get the idea. I'm still a little confused, but yeah, that's just me. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!